Prologue. Natchez Territory, 1729. The smoke from the fire in the center of the meeting lodge was harsh in Henri's eyes, mingled as it was with the rancid pipe fumes from the 10 braves surrounding him. Each Natchez warrior drew on the calumet a pipe of peace festooned with swan feathers, and blew the smoke out again, as though his bravery might be measured by the fierceness of his expostulation. Henri needed all his concentration to focus on the chief's words, willing his eyes not to water.
"I will not give you leave to mark trees on this side of the river,"
Chief Tattooed Serpent was saying.
"Too many of the Tabohi, whites, have done too. Now they fence the game trails and steal the corn before our priests can bless it."
The ancient chief had once been scalped, and his red wrinkled pate almost matched the vermilion of his face paint. His French was immaculate, Henri marveled, most particularly for a minor noble. No doubt he spoke the barbaric English just as well. It was as the Jesuits said, the Natchez tribe, like the Choctaws and the Chickasaws, farther upriver, were no longer naives and innocent of the white ways. Mais non, whether the traders be Courriers de Bois or King George's men, the Natchez knew them too well. But he had not come 1,000 leagues down the big river to be thwarted. Land he would have, and on the fertile eastern side of the Mississippi, too. He frowned, thinking hard on what he might offer as inducement. The English had flooded the tribes with trade goods, Henri knew, and at better prices than the French could meet. 20 years ago, the savages used bows and arrows, made their pots from clay, and were adept at carrying and dyeing hides in their favored colors of red, yellow, white, and black. Now half the warriors had muskets, their women cooked in iron pots, and blue and red trade cloth replaced their deerskin robes. The lodges were choked with tin cups, blankets and beads, and silver mirrors were only trinkets for crawling babies. Not even his offer of livres, cash he could ill afford to share, had changed the obdurate set of Chief Tattooed Serpent's jaw. Indeed, the chief made it plain that he was most reluctant to even meet with another voyageur, and Henri suspected he did so only to show his warriors that he could still command respect.
"I have come very far,"
Henri said mildly, hoping to convey firmness with his tone. The chief only shrugged.
"Your kind always do," he said. "I do not mean to be turned away," Henri added. "I come in peace, to live among you as a brother." "No Tabohi is a brother to the Natchez," one warrior spat into the fire with mock disdain. "From the beginning, they have shown no respect."
Henri was well aware of the past mistakes of earlier explorers. Every Frenchman in the settlement knew that Cadillac, 2 decades before, had declined to smoke the calumet with the Natchez. Both men had made a terrible error, for the Natchez were the largest, most sophisticated, and most powerful of all the tribes in Louisiana, though their villages did not give the impression of great wealth. Now the Natchez viewed the French with wariness, no matter how much they might pretend alliance.
"Go back to your own lands,"
another warrior spoke up now, and Henri felt the first prickings of fear along his palms. The chief held up a hand for silence, and was barely able to contain the murmurs around him. This chief will not lead another season, Henri realized, and I pity the man who must parley with his replacement.
"There is no more room,"
the old chief said resolutely, glancing around the lodge at his braves.
"You must go elsewhere. The far side of the river still has room. You can settle there,